Sean, can you believe we're at the end of season for Pro Bro?
Victor, hang on. I'm having some echo going on. Can you say it again?
I said, can you believe we're at the end of season for Pro Bro?
Hey, hang on a second. Victor?
Oh, hey Sean. Hello and welcome to the end of season for Pro Bro. Sean, can you believe we're at the end of season for Pro Bro?
I can't, Victor. I there's so much I can't believe about today and right now, but most of all, I can't believe we reached the end of our 21st season of Pro Bro. It's
21st
unbelievable.
season, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Very exciting. And we had a new winner, so
We
congratulations
did.
to Connor.
Congratulations.
Good job, Connor.
I'm sitting down for the first time since the butt kicking I took a few weeks ago. But congratulations. And the very first sixth seed team to win the coveted Manduco Trophy.
Yeah, so history was made. A 6 seed won the Manduka Trophy.
Absolutely.
Let's hear what Connor had to say.
Hello, Connor. Congratulations on winning Pro Bro, the first six seed to win. How do you feel about winning Pro Bro as the first six seed?
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's wild. It's been a while. The league's gotten extremely competitive over the last number of years. But, doing it as a six seed might raise some, a topic of conversation, sneaking in on points rather than record. But, that's the beauty of our league is that every year we vote on what we like to do or don't like to do, and we always diplomatically change it as we see fit. And, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Honored to win it.
Yeah, that's great. So I'm curious, what players do you think contribute the most to your success this season?
Oh, that's a good question because I felt like my team was all over the place, to be honest. Obviously down the stretch there, Higgins and Gibbs and Connor came in pretty clutch for me. I knew pretty early on in the season that I was probably going to be trying to sneak in on points.
Right.
There were a few of us there that got hit hard with injuries in the beginning. I know Aaron had, Malik Cup. Those guys were hurt. Your dad basically started his draft with a 24th pick, using McCaffrey for the whole year.
Yeah, that's rough.
Everybody's got to go through it. But I knew early on because Higgins missed a few games in the first few weeks. So did AJ Brown, and I had Waddle, and Tua basically just lost his eighth of his ninth live. So he didn't have a QB throwing to him. So I knew early on I was going to have to sneak in on points. So
Okay, gotcha.
Not that it changes the way you really manage. Maybe if anything, I got a little bit more aggressive on the waiver wire, but.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. When Montgomery went down at the end of the year for Gibbs there in the playoffs, that obviously certainly helps too.
Yeah, Gibbs was a stud this year. I think he scored the most touchdowns for a running back. So.
Yeah, well, and Montgomery had 12 himself too,
Yeah.
So you can only imagine. That offense is insane.
Who do you feel like was your best pickup this year? Anyone notable that you picked up?
For the majority of the year, Kareem Hunt saved me, I thought.
Yeah.
I lacked depth, and I was aware of that going into the season. Just because of where I was in the draft, I felt like I also got sniped pretty hard by a couple people. Sean taking J.K. Dobbins, and Aaron taking Jaden Daniels. Both those guys sniped me on those picks big time. And my least favorite pick in the draft that I made, and again, I knew I was doing it, was when I drafted Benson to back up Connor, just because I was concerned about the running back depth of the league, and I wanted to make sure I had something to back up Connor's health because he can get a little iffy with that. But
Right.
Yeah, I think Kareem Hunt's probably the one who saved my season for the most part throughout. To stay on track with points despite my record.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty big.
Okay. So yeah, I'm curious, what do you enjoy most about playing fantasy football and our league specifically?
Our league specifically is just the level of competitiveness and how it's gotten better. Like every year, it seems to be getting more and more competitive, which is insane. I think the records also show that too, right? A lot of the last couple seasons, second or third place and 11th place are separated by like 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
And we've also even seen instances where people who are super low on points are in the top 2 of the league, which is crazy with the head-to-head format. But again, that's why we also have the people who sneak in on points. So I personally really like the way the league is structured. I think that, getting in on points helps with the inconsistencies of head-to-head, but, and I get why people hate head-to-head from that regard, but I also think it adds an element of fun to the league. And I also think it also demonstrates consistency of your team. Like, to get those wins week after week, like your team can't just come show up and put up 160 points one week and then throw a couple duds out there,
Right. Okay. So yeah, first 6 seed to win Pro Bro. What's your message to the rest of the league if you have one?
Don't give up. Don't give up. I mean, I don't remember when I started. I think I started 0-3. Yeah, I mean, the waiver wire. I like the FAAB too, compared to just where we're at in standings as well. I think it gives people greater opportunity to really boost their roster depth, and it requires. And then that's the other thing too about our league is everybody's pretty good about paying good attention to their roster, right?
Right.
So there's another element of competition there on the waiver wire because it's, I mean, so many. I mean, even at the end there, I picked up McMillan, and he went and put up like 20 points or so in the championship.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say always have your eye out there, especially if you have a weak bench like I did to start the season. That was kind of my strategy going into it. I was like, I knew my bench was going to kind of stink. I lacked depth. So pay attention to the waiver wire. Okay,
makes sense. Well, appreciate the time, Connor, and congratulations again. Look forward to you playing next year, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. No, I will always be there.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Connor.
Yeah, dude.
Connor, thanks for the call, and thanks again for sharing your insight of being a champion. And again, the very first time a 6 seed has managed to win a title. It's a big deal.
Great to hear from Connor. Congratulations again. And Sean, why don't you go through the updated legacy rankings now that we have completed the 21st season?
Absolutely. So after 21 seasons in the league, Aaron continues to be our leader in legacy points. Quick refresher for those who might need it. We look at folks who have been in the league for at least 3 seasons to be on here. And the points are scored as follows. You get 3 points for winning a championship, 2 points for coming in second, 1 point for coming in third, and a point if you have the most points scored in the regular season of the league. And we add those up over the course of people's careers. So Aaron, in 21 seasons, continues to average a point a season at 21.5. He is clear and far away in first. Mandy, who set a bar so long ago with 15 points. Julian and Rudy are both tied with him at 15. And then yours truly is right behind him at 14 points. And Tony is right behind me with 13, tied with Connor, who is shot up in the rankings there. Ricky has 12. Victor, you got 7, which is more than 4, right? Not bad. Eric and Rob have 5. Chris and Mike have 3, and I know we're going to have a graphic scrolling to help with all this. My man Jared at 2.5. Reed has 1, and the only person who's been in the league for more than 5 seasons with no points scored is the guy named Oscar, and we'll pour one out for him later. But that's our update on legacy points.
Angela and Haseeb need to be in the league for a couple more seasons to go legacy rankings.
Absolutely, but shout out to Angela for making the semifinals in a debut season. It's a really cool accomplishment.
It's awesome.
So congratulations there.
All right. Any other interesting stats we want to go over?
Well, I wanted to touch on real quick. So this Google Drive is available as anyone who wants to peruse it. But one thing that was of note this season, Aaron is closing in on 30,000 points scored. Likely to get that next year. He's at 29,066. That's our career leader in points scored. But I also want to look at playoff wins. Aaron does have 15 playoff wins. Julian has 13. I have 12. Rudy has 11. Connor's moved up into double digits with 11. And Ricky has 10. And it's single digits after that.
All right. Appreciate everyone playing Pro Bro. And we'll see you everyone next year for Pro Bro 22nd season. Congratulations again, Connor.